OnePlus has built its name and fan base on catering to the tech enthusiast market. But in 2020, we've seen a radical shift in the company's strategy, and more, we're seeing OnePlus morph into Oppo. Let's talk about that. For the uninitiated, OnePlus and Oppo are both owned by BBK Electronics, and OnePlus is a subsidiary of Oppo. What differentiates Oppo and OnePlus are brand identity and brand image. Oppo is a premium smartphone manufacturer producing everything from budget to ultra high-end flagship devices, mainly for China, but also for Europe. OnePlus is a younger brand that appears to aim its few phones at enthusiasts with lots of speed and clean software. OnePlus has a lot more clout in the US, UK and India, but isn't as popular as Oppo in China. Up until this year, OnePlus had only really produced phones with enthusiasts in mind. Its devices had unique designs and delivered great performance thanks to the top-of-the-line specs. This helped OnePlus's devices stand out from the rest of the market. The OnePlus 8T is a complete design switch that looks like every other mid-range and high-end smartphone from 2020, and while absolutely not slow by any means, doesn't have the best of the best specs. In our review, we called it flying too close to the Nord, and in a lot of ways it felt like a step down from the 8, even if on paper it was technically better. And we can go deeper into that. Let's look at the OnePlus 2 and OnePlus 3 era. The devices were a lot cheaper, with a lot more of a focus on pure speed. However, since then, OnePlus devices have steadily become more well-rounded, with better displays, better batteries and better designs, which pushes these devices rather close to Oppo's ultra-premium flagships. The perfect example of this is the OnePlus 8 Pro and Oppo's Find X2 Pro, which were very similar, if priced very differently. The OnePlus Nord series looks to simply sell more Oppo phones, but with OnePlus branding, since OnePlus's reputation is pretty great among people in the West. Here's the Nord N100 that we recently reviewed, and here's the Oppo A53. They're practically identical on paper and in design, and while some might call that lazy, it's really just BBK utilising its Western-focused brand to sell phones that it already makes for China. OnePlus also heavily changed its software. Oxygen OS 11 was incredibly controversial across the tech community because prior to the change, Oxygen OS was a clean, mostly stock skin with some subtle but useful changes. The new skin looks a lot more like ColorOS, which is a lot further from the stock aesthetic, and a lot further from stock than many OnePlus fans would like. OnePlus has also gained a reputation over the years for delivering fantastic software support long after the device's lifespan. The OnePlus 5, a phone that launched with Android 7, is upgradable to Android 10 officially, and that's fantastic. But the Nord N10 and N100 will only get one platform upgrade. Just one. That's not very OnePlus at all. What's more telling is that Carl Pei, co-founder of OnePlus, has moved on to do other things, leaving the company to do, well, whatever is happening right now. Pete Lau, on the other hand, founder and CEO of OnePlus, has taken senior leadership in OPlus, a company that specifically oversees OnePlus and Oppo. While still not completely clear, these two moves still at least give context to the overall situation. As OnePlus becomes more and more like Oppo, it seems like it will become less and less aimed towards smartphone and tech enthusiasts. What this also means is that we're likely to see the company fill out the rest of its lineup with Oppo-derived devices. What do you think of the whole Oppo morphing into OnePlus thing? Do you think that's a good idea, a bad idea? What are your thoughts on the switch from enthusiast marketing to just general phone sales? Let us know in the comments, and whilst you're down there, hit like and subscribe to never miss a video like this one. I've been Ryan Thomas with Android Authority, and I'll catch you later.